gals, what you saying, gals? Welcome back to my YouTube channel where we live life the affordable way. My name is Monique. Welcome to another Locs and Looks Chit Chat Get Ready With Me live. Today's Chit Chat Get Ready With Me topic is going to be how to say no without guilt. Come here, come here, come here, come to the forefront. Now, if you're new here and you're just watching my lives for the first time and you found me some way, somehow, be sure to subscribe to your girl and make sure to turn on your post notification bell so you don't miss a time when I go live. Also, if you want to check out my previous live stream videos, I have a whole playlist on my channel dedicated to live stream. Now, how to say no without guilt. As y'all know, I write down all the tips on my phone, so I'm going to be looking at my phone while I was doing my makeup, and we're going to be chatting it up. Now I'm also cooking. Hold on, did I turn off it? No, I think I finished the chicken. So, and I also did my eyebrows off camera because I don't know, it's like my eyebrows just was pissing me off. I don't know, for some reason. So yeah, y'all. But how is y'all day going? Like, what is tea? What is tea? How y'all day going? Let me know. Let me just take all my makeups that I'm gonna use. The makeup that I'm gonna use today, as y'all know, all the products will be linked down below in the description box. Okay, so if you see me using a product that you're unfamiliar with, it's gonna be linked in the description box. So I pretty much just need primer. Where's my primer? I pretty much just need primer. So yeah, y'all, let's get into our first tip on how to say no without guilt. Our first tip on how to say no without guilt is going to be, no is a full sentence. Like, if somebody asks you, can you make it tonight? You don't have to explain when you say you cannot make it. Like, it's not something that you have to explain. It's not something that you have to go in depth. You don't have to explain if you cannot make it tonight. Saying no is a full sentence. So that's just the bottom line. Stop explaining why you're saying no. If you say no, you say no, okay? Let's get into our next tip. Hi to everybody that's joining the live. We're doing a little chit chat. Get ready with me today. The topic of the live is saying no without guilt. If you're new here, be sure to like the live. Hi honeys. But yeah. Another tip for saying no have to definitely be, I am double priming because I feel like my primer don't hit. Another tip for definitely saying no is protect your peace first. And I mean, when I say protect your peace, if you feel like turning down an invite when you're emotionally drained or you're literally just going through something, turn it down. Protect your peace. That's another tip for if you're having like a hard time saying no. Protect your peace at all costs because number one, you matter the most. Another tip for saying no is saying no makes your yes more meaningful, because there's nothing like saying no to something that you really don't want to go to, and then you say yes and you know you don't want to be there. Turning down invites when you are emotionally drained is a thing. Show up better for yourself when you actually want to be there. Like, it's no problem to show up for yourself. Yo, I'm trying to like position my thing up. Hi to everybody that's joining the live. So I can just look in the mirror and then I talk to y'all, okay? So if the mirror is here, I talk to y'all. But yeah. Another tip for saying no or making no more meaningful is you're not rude for having boundaries. And that's what plenty of people fail to realize. Like, you're not rude if you have boundaries for yourself. Saying no is also a form of, you're gonna stop people pleasing. When you learn to say no, it's no more people pleasing going on because you say no for what you wanted to say no for. saying no to people, pleasing keep. Saying no to people is also a form of self-care. Like, you don't have to say no. If you don't want to be somewhere, you don't have to be somewhere. Another thing, if you are somebody that is scared to like say no, let's just say, you have an emotionally drained day. If you are somebody that is literally like scared to say no, all you have to do is practice it in the mirror first. Like, it's a lot of things before, like, I used to do this, I ain't lie, because I used to be of like a former people pleaser. That's why I can tell y'all. But a lot of things that I used to do before, I don't do now. Like, I used to practice in the mirror what I can say or how I'm going to say it. Like, I always was scared of like what they can say, how they can feel. That's just a form of us being like humans. We're always like afraid of what people say or what they can think for us just saying no. But saying no actually means you're not rude. You have boundaries. And like I say, practice it in the mirror. Like, if you're scared, practice it in the mirror. Another tip for saying no is use I don't instead of I can't. Because, okay, saying I don't means you standing on what you say. Saying I can't means you're lying. You know you don't want to go, but you saying you can't make it. People pleasing. Nothing wrong with saying no, okay? The right person will literally understand. Like I say, you do not have to explain yourself. As I say in the first tip, like, for example, if somebody asks you for money, just say, I don't loan money out. You don't want to follow with the person. A simple, I don't lend money out is okay. And it's definitely stronger than I can't right now, because people literally don't understand I can't. Like, I don't know what it is, but the difference between I don't and I can't is I don't means you have boundaries. That's what it is. I can't means you're literally gearing them up to ask you again. So learn the difference between the two, I don't and I can't, especially when it comes to like saying no to any kind of favors like you really don't want to do, or you're just not up for it as of right now. Another tip for saying no is you don't owe people access to you. Like, nobody is owed access to your time. Nobody's owed access to your space. Nobody's owed access to everywhere you go. Nobody is owed access. Your time and your energy is valuable. Don't let nobody feel like they are entitled to your time and you owe them access. You really don't. That's called boundaries. Another tip for saying is say no to overcommitting. And when we overcommit, we lose our sanity, and also in the process when we overcommit. Turning down the extra work to avoid build up and turning down the extra work to avoid burnout is a thing. Like, say no to activities that you really know you cannot make it to. Don't lie. Don't make up some excuse. Say no, especially if that means dealing with your mental health or your mental, just your mental in general, Y'all understand what I'm trying to say. Another tip for saying no is say no to over being kind. Okay, like, everybody's kind. I would like to believe everybody's kind. Everybody have their ways, but everybody cannot do for people as we would like to. Like, everybody cannot do. There are times when we cannot do. There are times when we definitely cannot commit. So say no to being kind. Like, you can say no and you can say it in a kind way. Hi to everybody that's joining the live. Be sure to like the live. Like the live, honeys. But yeah, say no to being kind. Like, for example, thank you for thinking of me, but I'll pass on this event. Straightforward. They could understand. You don't have no explanation to do. It is what it is. Boundaries. Another tip for saying no is saying no teaches others how to treat you. Believe it or not. When you say no, you're definitely teaching others how to treat you, for sure. And they will put a respect on your consistency and respect on your time and respect on your way, everything before they ask you. They will consider deeply before they ask you, because you said no before. So now they're on guard. Nothing wrong with saying no here and there. Another one, saying no because it's okay to pause and say you can think about it. That's also a form of saying no. All the time we cannot answer right then and there. We cannot. This is another one when I say overcommitting your time. Putting yourself in commitments that you know you can commit. Like, I am somebody, my word is my bond. So if I say I can be somewhere or I can do something, I am literally going to do it because I said that I'm going to do it, you know? Say no. Think on it first. Say, let me think on it. If somebody asks you to go somewhere, let me think on it. Like, I'm never going to commit because if I commit, then I forced to go, you know? So, yeah, that's another one. Say no. Let me think about it. Gives you time to, like, choose what you want to do. Another tip. Don't say yes just to avoid guilt. Like, I feel like that was something that I used to struggle with. Like, I would always say yeah. Even when I didn't have it, I said yeah man, you know, yeah, I want to go, yeah, I want to do this, yeah, I want to do that. Even when I didn't have it, you know, I didn't want to feel guilty for not going. But now I'm just gonna say I can't make it, I can't do it, you know, like I really can't. It's okay. Guilt fades, but let me tell you, if you trying to stay focused on your goals, you can need direction. You can need to learn how to say no. People can definitely cause you be behind in your goals, and you have nobody else to blame but yourself because you didn't say no. But yeah, y'all, say no, okay? Say no to when there's times you need to say no. But yeah, y'all, another tip. It's okay to pause before you answer. That's my tip. It's okay to like pause before you answer. Always say let you think about it because it gives you time to like choose. Hi honey, how you doing? To everybody that's joining the live. Another tip. Say no to respect yourself. You are putting respect towards yourself. You are respecting yourself. You are respecting your actions. You are literally respecting, you're honoring your priorities. Yeah, I remember you, honey. So always remember when to say no. Another one. You don't have to be available 24/7. Like, nobody is available 24/7. I don't know where people don't get, like, some people literally have boundaries. Nobody is available 24/7. Nobody can cater to nobody 24/7 because everybody has their own life at the end of the day. So you can't literally worry about people. You just can't. Just because they don't text you doesn't mean you have to reply now. In other words, take your time. Nobody's available 24/7. Don't let nobody tell you they are available 24/7. Another tip for saying no is don't apologize for having boundaries. Your boundaries at the end of the day are your boundaries. There's nothing you can do with your boundaries. And if somebody doesn't respect your boundaries, they basically don't respect you. Because nothing is like honoring your boundaries. I feel like everybody should set boundaries for themselves because it would definitely work out, you know? It would definitely work out at the end. Another tip for saying no is you don't have to be available 24/7. You don't. Oh, I think I already said that. Another tip for saying no is say no to one-sided relationships. Like, one thing I don't like is a one-sided relationship. Like, I am definitely a friend that I can literally go months and months without talking to you and still be like okay, still be normal. But say no to one-sided relationships. If you know this person don't check for you, this person literally don't care, this person don't like bother, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. You will get over it. Like, no more one-sided relationships in 2025. There have been a lot of times in my life where I feel like I gave the person more than they gave me, and I just realized that the friendship just didn't serve me no more. Like, it's no point in us being friends if the relationship is one-sided. There's no point in me reaching to communicate if the relationship is one-sided. So say no to one-sided relationships. Another one is you can still love people even when you say no. Love doesn't mean overextending yourself, and this is where a lot of us tend to get things mixed up, because we always overextend ourselves for people and get burned out. You know, get extremely emotionally overwhelmed. So say no to one-sided relationships. Stop over giving when it's not mutual, and still love the persons even when you say no. Another tip for saying no is no open space for a better yes, because turning down a date or turning down an event that you're unsure of equals space for a better match. Like me, I am somebody, I cannot go every weekend because I don't have the mental capacity to. I am like a once a month type of girl. I can literally go once a month or 2 times a month, and I okay with that. I fine. I know that's what I can handle. I am just a homebody. I love to be home, but I also want to just go there and have a little fun and explore and just vibe. Nothing wrong with going out there, having a little fun, explore and vibe, but know your limits at the end of the day. Another tip for saying no is every no is a yes to you. Every no is a yes to you, because number one, your no means rest. Your no means yes to joy. Your no means yes to you. Like, you put yourself first at the end of the day, and that's perfectly fine that you put yourself first at the end of the day. Like, never let nobody guilt trip you into something that you didn't want to do in the first place. So say no. Okay? Now let's get into the do's and the don'ts of saying no. Let me tell you how we can break this topic down as best as we can. That's exactly what we're going to do. Let's get into the do's of saying no. Stay firm and polite. This means keep it respectable. Just because you say no doesn't mean you have to lie. You do not. Another do for saying no is make eye contact in person. This is why I say you have to learn yourself. You have to learn what you want. You have to learn. You got to stop people pleasing. If you don't want to go somewhere, say no. Stand firm on your no. That's fine. Another tip for saying no is keep it short and clear. And when I say short and clear, I mean super short, super clear. Y'all, I don't know how to get all this powder back into the thing. I must see how to raise this up somehow. I don't know if this could come up. I don't know, because a lot of powder stuck on top there. But yeah, where's my spongy sponge? Would I be blending with, child? I don't see it. Yo, my triangular sponge is getting lost so quick. I don't know how. But yeah, I'll be having a good under eye. Why not? I don't know where my triangular sponge is at this moment. So we're going to use a powder puff. Not powder puff, we're going to use a brush to like apply the powder. Now, where was we on our topic of saying no? Where was we on our topic of saying no? Oh, keep it short and clear. That's a do. Keep it short and clear. Like I say, no is definitely a full sentence. You don't have to explain yourself. Keep it short. Keep it clear, keep it pushing. Like, if they don't understand where you're coming from when you say no, then it is what it is. The right person who is for you will understand why you said no. And when you're ready in your time, you can tell them why you said no if you feel so. If you don't want to, then you don't want to. Like, it is what it is. Another tip for, another do for saying no is do offer alternatives if you want to. Like me, I'm somebody, like, all the time I'm not going to be interested in partying. So I'll say, man, let's just do dinner instead another day. You know, an example of saying no. Another tip for saying no is use like empowering language. simple as I choose not to do what you asking me to do. Simple. That's setting boundaries. That's self-respect. Never let nobody guilt trip you into things you don't want to do. If you know you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. Like, it is what it is. You know? Another do for saying no is definitely listen to your gut. A lot of times when my gut told me to stay inside, it was literally the best decision that I ever made for myself, because the things would happen on the nights I say no. I'm like, God, thank God I wasn't there when I said. Like, you know, you be thanking God, thank God I was not there when they asked me to go. You know, like, listen to your gut. Another one to say no is remind yourself all the time. Hey, honey, always remind yourself why you saying no in the first place. Like, do not let nobody guilt trip you into saying yes to something you really don't want to say yes to. Another tip for saying no is do it with confidence and not an apology. Do not say an apology for something. You can imagine now, I stress out, I depressed, and then people telling me, let's go somewhere, and I say no, and then they guilt trip me. They can make me more stressed, or they can make me more depressed, you know. So I'm saying no for my mental health, okay, at the end of the day. My mental health. Another tip for saying no is give yourself permission to rest. A lot of us do not rest. A lot of us do not take the time out to sit to ourselves. A lot of us sometimes we need to cancel an event. Sometimes we need to put ourselves first. Sometimes we just need, you know, that self-care and to sit with ourselves. That's okay. Don't let nobody guilt trip you. Hi to everybody that's in the live. Be sure to like the live, honeys. But yeah, y'all, that's a tip for saying no. Now let's get into our don'ts of saying no. Do not feel pressured to over-explain yourself. This goes into people not respecting your boundaries, people not understanding where you're coming from. This goes back into a lot of things. Another don't for saying no is don't lie just to soften the blow. Lying only makes things worse, especially if you get catch in the lie. We ain't trying to get catch in no lies in 2025. We standing on what we say, and what we say is what we say. No more getting catch in our lives, okay? Another one for saying no is don't say yes to cancel later. I so hate that. I am somebody, like, you can imagine now you looking forward. I am literally looking forward to the event, and now we can't go because you cancel on me. Like, it's just the math's not mathing. Another tip for saying no, another don't for saying no is do not ghost nobody. Just be direct. Just be direct. That's the best thing to do. Be direct. Another tip for saying no is don't feel guilty for overprotecting yourself. Like, if you know something is not against your standards or whatever, girl, what you feeling guilty for? Put yourself first all the time. Put yourself first. Another tip for not feeling, another don't for not saying no is do not let FOMO override your peace. Like, you are not gonna miss out on anything just because you say no. Like I was telling y'all earlier, you know how much things I miss. You all know how much stuff I miss when I said no. Like, God was saving me from a lot of things when I said no. Sometimes you just don't need to be there. It is what it is. Like, sometimes you just don't need to be there. Another tip for saying no is don't get defensive. Stay calm. Just because you say no and somebody don't understand, it's okay. Keep it pushing. It is not the end of the world. Another tip for saying no is do not delay saying no. Do not delay saying no. Say no. Say no with your chest. Because it's not going to soften the blow if you delay it. It's not. It's still going to hurt either way. Just say no. Another don't for saying no is do not second guess yourself either. Because a lot of times when we second guess ourselves, into a lot of things, you know, things that we deep down, it's like, I'm sick, my mind tell me don't do this, and I still end up doing this. Like, why did I end up doing this, you know? Living in constant regret. Why? Because we couldn't say no. We passed that stage now. We saying no, to things that we don't want to do. It is what it is. Like if you can't understand why somebody say no, then that's on you. Another tip for saying no is don't make people pleasing a habit. That's literally the worst habit to have, and it's the worst habit to break, because once you start people pleasing, you will definitely be living for people. You will. I don't care what you say, you will. It's no way around people pleasing. It only gets worse and worse and worse, and then you forget yourself. You forget who you are. So yeah. So let's get into our this or that say no edition. So basically, I'm going to ask questions, and we're going to say either it's basically like a would you rather series that I always like end my channel with. So this or that, saying no over text or saying no in person. Me, I don't like confrontation, I ain't gonna lie, so I would definitely say no via text. Thank you, honey. I would definitely say no via text. What y'all would do? Let me know in the comments what y'all would do. Another this or that, say no soft, not right now, or hard, absolutely not. I'm definitely going to soften the blue. I ain't gonna lie, I can say not right now, I can't right now, you know. I feel like that's softening the blow to saying no. Good brow day. What? Good brow day? I'm shocked. Hi y'all, who's just shining alive. We were talking about saying no and how to say no. But yeah, sorry if y'all catch the crash out. But another this or that is saying yes or regretting it. Saying yes and oh no, I missed something. Guilt after saying no or peace of mind. I still get guilty up to this day. I'm not gonna lie. I still get guilty up to this day. I would say no in real life. Wow, that means you're really blunt. But yeah, what I gonna say? They say guilt after saying no or peace of mind. I always feel guilty when I say no, but if I say no, then it's obviously for a reason. Like, it's obviously for a reason. Another this or that is boundaries with friends or with family. Which is harder? Whew, definitely I would say family, because I feel like most family members believe it's no boundaries at all. Like, it's no boundaries. Like, for instance, I work for my father, right? And I used to like have off days. So because I work in the office, basically only me one work in the office while he work in the back. So I'm like his secretary or whatever. And I establish off days. Now, on my off days, I would always find myself working on my off days. Like, I'm getting calls about work on my off days. When I take a day off, I don't want to be getting called about work. So that was some boundaries that I had to set with my family, that don't call me on my off day. But my off day is my off day. It is what it is. So it took him a while to get, like, you know, get that in his brain, but it got in his brain. So it's definitely hard. You would say no to family too. Yes, I'm telling you, like, it took a while to store and register, but eventually it did store and it did register. Another this or that is say no to work overtime or say no to social events. Say no to the social events. Money gotta make, but I can't speak for everybody, because different people do different things. Like me, I prefer to be inside, and I get anxiety when I have to go to events and socialize. I am an introvert, but once I'm comfortable and enough to talk, then I'm comfortable. But otherwise, sometimes I just don't be comfortable. I'm very shy when I walk into places. It's a lot, you know, it's a lot. So yeah, I would definitely say no to social events, and I would definitely work the overtime. I ain't gonna lie. Another one is over explaining or keeping it short. I am somebody who keep things short. Like, let's just say I say no to anything. Yes, she would say no to social events too, because she's shy. Yes, like when you shy, it's a lot. Hi, everybody that's joining the live. Be sure to like the live. But when you are shy, that's why I feel like I literally get anxiety when it comes to like attending an event, I don't know what it is. Like nearing up to the time, I get anxiety. Like I be like, oh my god, like I have to do this. Like, you know, bracing for impact. Oh yeah. Yeah, they say no to over explaining or keeping it short. Would you over explain a lot or would you keep it short? I say no to over explaining. I keep things short because I don't like explaining myself. I feel like there's another one that goes in with says anxiety. Like I am definitely somebody that hold things in, which isn't a good habit to have. Like I would hold things into the ends of earth just so I don't have to explain myself, you know, which is a bad habit to have, and I'm literally working on like explaining myself more. But yeah, I would definitely say no. Another one, say no, a passive no or assertive no. Definitely passive, because at the end of the day, like I was telling y'all, you still gotta be nice. You still can be nice. Like you don't have to be rough all the time, you know. Everybody has those days. You don't have to be rough all the time. So I would definitely say like passive no. Another one, say no to fear of missing out or fear of burnout. I say no to burnout. Like my social capacity is very low, and I mean low. So I like a battery. I gotta charge up. I gotta charge up. So I would definitely say no to fear of burnout. Another one, say no to people pleasing or prioritizing yourself. Whoo, like I said, people pleasing is something that I had to work on. People pleasing is something that I had to work on. So now I just prioritize myself more, because at the end of the day, use all you got at the end of the day. And if you feel a certain way or you feel like you can't do something, it's nothing like nobody can do to get better. Like it's nothing nobody can do to get better. You would say no to burnout. Yeah, like if you ain't yourself, you can be burnout. Another one is say no to avoiding conflict or say no to embracing it with love. Child, I will avoid conflict to the ends of earth. Okay, I am somebody, I just do not like conflict. Conflict gives me a bad feeling. Like I just don't like conflict. Like back then, I used to be a little toxic. I used to be a little toxic back then. But now I am not interested in conflict. Like I just want a soft life. I want a soft life. I want to smile all the time. I want to be joyful. I just want to be me, you know. So I would definitely say no to conflict. Say no to saying yes to everyone, or say no to saying yes to yourself. I say no to saying yes to everyone. I'm not going to say yes to everybody, especially like I said, at the end of the day, y'all gotta put yourself first. At the end of the day, I know it's hard, but you have to, because if you don't put yourself first, who's gonna put you first? Like you come first, you matter. So always put yourself first at the end of the day. Now if you have kids, it's totally different, but even with kids, you still make self-care time. Another one is say no to I'll think about it, or say no, thank you. I don't understand that one, but I am not yeah, I think I am a no thank you. Like if somebody asks me, you know, to go somewhere, I'll say I'll think about it rather than no thank you. Like I feel like that's more, you know, harsh at the end of the day. Say no to saying yes to everybody. Girl, Rodell, we can definitely relate. We can definitely relate, because a lot of our answers is the same. Okay, I love the girls, okay, I do. But yeah, and it makes me so happy to know that there are people like who just like me and who thinks just like how I think. Make sure y'all subscribe, and especially ones who watching the replay forever, because we go live every day. But yeah, y'all, another one is say no to I'll think about it, or say no, or we already do that one. Say no to a friend, or say no to a boss. See, now for me, like something like that is so complicated, because my boss is my daddy, you know. But if me and my father, we have like a relationship, whereas I can literally tell him anything and he would understand. So I can say no. Like if something I really don't want to do, I don't have to do it, because he will understand. But I know everybody does not have like that. Everybody don't have that leisure. Everybody don't have that leisure like what I have. So y'all can let me know what your thought is on that one, because everybody, like I say, everybody don't have that leisure like I have. Another one is saying no to saying no, empowered, or resentful yes. I am not nobody to resent. I am not resent. I don't have a resentful bone in my body. So I'll definitely say I would empower somebody first. I would definitely empower first. Y'all are just putting on some lipstick. Hey honey, how y'all doing today? What's tea? We were talking about saying no on our live today. Oh, I was doing a little bit of makeup. But shout out to, what's her name? Shout out to Rodell. I hope I'm saying your name correct. Every time we do a live, I always shout somebody out at the end of the live. Shout out to Rodell. Because I feel like we can definitely relate on a level, okay? And it's also good to like know people just like you. I love that. What didn't we apply? Setting spray. We didn't apply setting spray. But yeah, y'all, I hope this live was able to help y'all, especially when it's in terms of like saying no. I hope y'all was able to gather something from this live. It was a really good live today, and I will definitely see y'all tomorrow. We finish our makeup. So we will be back on to I off tomorrow, so be coming on earlier. Y'all know on Saturdays we do 2 lives, or we do a longer live, so make sure y'all are subscribed for this. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you're new here, be sure to like the live, give the live a nice little like. It really helps me out. I appreciate it so much. All of y'all who be reacting when I rewatch my live, I see the reactions, so thank you about that as well. So be sure to subscribe, and I will see y'all tomorrow at 12, maybe earlier, I'm not sure. Make sure y'all post notifications are on. And shout out to Rodell for being so active in the live. I love when y'all are active and we can talk back and chat with each other. And me and Rodell have a lot in common. So see y'all tomorrow. Make sure y'all post notifications on, okay? See y'all.